Alright, you guys. Good morning. For today's episode of Mary Teaches Yoga, I wanted to share around the topics of food and the mind-body relationship and how we actually relate to our bodies. Especially from a Western mentality, this is kind of aimed at helping people to recover from different eating patterns, particularly in the fitness world, when you're actually getting deeper into your yoga practice. And you stop caring as much about the vanity of it all, the tight yoga pants, and you really look at what am I doing, saying, thinking, feeling, how am I treating myself and my body. Well, today, I wanted to share an anecdote. This morning, I woke up. The only image that I had in my mind was a scale, like the bathroom scale, that you go in, you walk in the bathroom, you look down at your feet, and you go, oh, that's what's happening. Okay. I'm beautiful. That's what you should be saying. Well, today I wanted to share with you the completion process I'm going through, dumping all of the old mindset around how I used to treat my body. When I woke up, my awareness was on the scale, the actual number. I could feel the heaviness in my body and this displacement around the number that I thought I should be and the number that was actuality. And there was this constant gap between the two. And so I decided to look at, this is where I am. And for some reason, it has been unaccepted. I need to accept that. And then this is where I so-called want to be. And I says, what would it take to bring those two things together? So I wanted to look at that and what were the structures that were in play between what I am and what I want to be. Point A and point B. I felt inspired to share this on the internet. So as I went deep in, I could feel the heaviness, I could feel the pain, I could look at, there was just this image of a scale, and I saw that it was heavy, it was unhappiness, this was actually feeling in my body. So when I woke up and I saw that image of the scale, I felt heaviness, literally. I felt tired, I felt unabashedly ashamed. Those two words are kind of opposite, but there they are. I felt confused and conflicted. I traced my thought patterns, and I saw, previously when I learned how to diet, and then I took this into my hands, 5-10 years ago, I was in college, and I was like, okay, this is my weight. I was like 185 pounds at the time, and I was ashamed of that. And I was like, I want to be 150 pounds because that was the right height and whatever for my body size. I'm 5'8", so I was like, okay, I'm gonna look good. I've always been athletic. I can go on the heavier side. So I wanted to be really honest and really look at these numbers and share this with some of the other people, men or women, because I know that a lot of us are struggling with this. I felt really inspired to share this today. So back in 2000, must have been 9 or so, that's almost 10 years ago, 9 years ago, I got tired of being heavy. I had a really injured knee, I couldn't really exercise, I couldn't ride a bicycle, and I couldn't drive a car. I actually rode a motorcycle. I rode a motorcycle everywhere, all over the town of Philadelphia. That's where I went to college. So I was kind of a badass. Here's my NASA badge. I trained so intensely when I was in college, and I've trained so intensely in my other practices. I've trained in martial arts, I've trained in yoga. I was a competitive dancer for 16 years. I've literally had people come and approach me and ask me, Mary, are you an assassin? Because of the fury and the fortitude, the strength with which I physically train my body. It's not a joke. Trained for the circus. I've studied aerial silks, done rope yoga, all of it. There's some pictures if you want to see. And I worked as an electrician in the theater, climbing very high. So I do mean it when I say that I've trained intensely. And so when I woke up this morning and I saw that image of the scale, my whole reality and relationship with my body has changed. I was rather sadistic. You know, I've had people approach me and ask them to be their dungeon master mistress. Could be a very lucrative career, but I haven't gone down that avenue. But like, this is the truth, you guys. This is really the truth. And so here I am, and Mary teaches yoga. You know, here's my Buddha. Whatever. I wake up. Good morning. Nice to see you. How's your day? And you know, I'm really evaluating this relationship with fitness and food, and just how I sculpt my body into the shape that I want it to be. Previously, I drew a little picture. It's not a great one, but just this little, you know, here, look at that little table. That's how I used to think about it. I was a math major. I had a mathematical formula of, you know, you wake up, here's what you eat, this is how much exercise you do, these are the type of activities. You can do high intensity plus weight training, you can do some yoga on these off days. Riding your motorcycle burns 250 calories an hour because of the wind resistance. You have to hold on, it gives you a lot of upper body strength. Trust me, it does. And that's my phone. I used to have charts and tables and spreadsheets. Here, I'll even show you one. Here's a picture. This is how I used to manage my life. I used to go through and track every single one of my activities. What I ate, what I weighed at various points in the days, my water intake, my hydration, how much alcohol I was consuming, and the physical activity and the types of activities I was doing. And I did that with all these intentions of reaching certain body fat percentages, certain goal weights, and certain things. I could, you know, I didn't want to go flat out into the bodybuilding competition because I think that's very sick, but trust me when I say I was very deep in the fitness world. And this was one of my big inhibitions to actually teaching yoga, because I felt that the way that it had been so sexualized and westernized and capitalized was just not in alignment with yogic values. And so there was a big conflict for a long time, and I could only teach within certain contexts. Anyway, all this morning, all of that changed. And so this idea of gamifying what I was eating, when I woke up this morning and I saw the scale, you know, my thoughts were along the lines of, okay, have I been good enough? Do I deserve to eat breakfast this morning? Can I enjoy a few grapes? You know, I honestly wonder what the thought currents of supermodels are. I haven't gone that far. I'm not skinny enough for that. Truly. I haven't allowed myself to be, and I don't want to go there. I'm happier with having a heavier body. My intention with talking about all of this is to open up the doors for conversation, to let you know that if you've been struggling with any of this type of thinking or behavior, that you're not alone, that I am consciously aware of that in my yoga practice, and it is something that I'm working through overcoming myself. I'm aware of your fitness goals. I'm aware of your body ideals. But I'm also extraordinarily caring about and compassionate towards the relationship and the attitude that you have towards yourself. I don't want you to whip yourself into shape. I know there's a better way to do it. And so, my next video, this is the ending, the clear ending of that paradigm. The only way to start something new is to put a clear ending to what is not working. So we're going to say goodbye to that. Had a cute body and whatever, but I felt like shit. And I don't want that anymore. So I want to say goodbye to that. I want to invite conversation and hold space for anyone who's going through the same transition. Let us all talk together, bond, clear it out of ourselves, let that go, release it. If you want to give it to Shiva, he'll take care of it. And then create space for something new. And so that's all I really want to share for right now. I want to let that go. Let today be an ending. Thursday, May 17th, 2018. It's around noon Pacific time. Sitting in my little Buddha garden here. And looking forward to a new and improved connection, relationship with, and understanding, completion with my body. Thanks for listening. See you soon.